think she's so scared of saying the wrong thing, which is interesting because she's become such a subject of controversy. I mean, the term Megxit is because of her. I will say, though, there was a piece by Trevor Phillips in the Times where he said, Meghan and Harry leaving the royal family was a huge missed opportunity because, she could have been the face of a campaign to address the issue of skin bleaching and colorism in parts of South Asia and mainly sub-Saharan Africa, where women are using these toxic chemicals, often cancer-causing chemicals, to try and lighten their skin. And this whole idea of, wanting to be lighter and beauty standards and all of that. These are things that she didn't really need to do much, just being the face of it and highlighting those issues, which I know would have been very significant for me, especially growing up where I did. But she's not, I don't know if she's not cerebral enough to take these on or daring enough. I mean, these are things that people would really appreciate because she is a celebrity. She's always going to have media outlets following her wherever she goes, but she can do something with that other than vacuous, empty, boring things like selling jam or having interviews with basically her friends that don't really add any value to anyone's lives. And I think that's something that they should really be comfortable with pushing. I mean, I think for Harry, one of the things that he was really saved by being part of the firm was the fact that his face was what sold anything that he did. So with his Sentebale charity, when he started it, everyone was like, this is great, he's doing this in honor of his mother and all of that. In the time since, and obviously with this drama with Sentebale, the fact that it's been revealed that he hadn't even been to Sub-Saharan Africa, to Lesotho in 5 years, and this charity that he started, it was quite shocking, particularly to me, because I think, so you're one of those people that starts something, puts your name on it, gets a few rich friends, and then basically ignores it and lets the little, people in Lesotho and Botswana run it. And then somehow you have this clash with a chairwoman who seems to be doing things, at least. And for me, it was a very bad look. And I just thought, you're not a royal anymore. You can't just do that. You can't just attach your face to things and expect it to blow up and you're like, oh, I've done a good deed. You actually have to put in the work. If you run a charity somewhere, you should at least make that charity part of your work. You should be there regularly, every few months at least, have regular correspondence. And this kind of management from afar doesn't really work, especially because he doesn't know how to manage. His life has been managed for him. He's always had these courtiers doing everything. So these are the things I think they should really consider doing and taking seriously if they have any hope of redemption.
Of course, as well, we had a very fun and unexpected turn from Prince William. We all know he loves Aston Villa, but he really took it to another level this week. He was offering commentary alongside Rio Ferdinand and Ali McCoist for the PSG versus Villa game in the Champions League quarter-final. I love this story so much. And fans loved it too. They were commenting on how good he was, and Rio was saying that he's going to be out of a job. This is a more relaxed and playful side of the Prince of Wales. We're seeing that more and more. Do you think that this is part of a bigger strategy, or do we think he is just feeling more relaxed in his role?
Well, he's president of the Football Association, so it is a formal part of his role, and it's easy to forget that because he presents himself as a fan, and I think there probably is something deliberate in that. But we know that he's been going down the pub to watch the football for a long time. There was a point when he went to the pub with the editor of the Sunday Times to watch a game, I mean, he was very, very convincing. He was talking about PSG, the team Aston Villa were playing, the French team. Talking about the high press, they put a lot of pressure on, play the long ball over the top. He was giving some strategy tips. He did get his prediction for the outcome wrong, but he's an Aston Villa fan, so he predicted his team would win, obviously. But yeah, I think it was very convincing. I think he'll won a lot of respect from football fans for delivering a convincing.
I was quite impressed actually, because my brother always complains about rubbish football pundits. Sure. So I was like, have a look at this. Look at our future king. He can hold his own. And I think one of the things I noticed about William is he has very few speech impediments. He's very articulate, and it's obviously part of royal training and stuff like that. But I think it really helps when you're listening to football commentary in particular, because you can trip over your words a lot more easily, and you can tend to have all these unnecessary fillers in there. And I think people they're like, get to the point, what is actually going on tactically, what is going on and what should be done. So people were really impressed with him by that. And I also just think he just seems like a man of the people, which is, I mean, even people that are not necessarily royalists begrudgingly respect him because they just think this is not a bad guy. He's not going to make us look ridiculous. He's actually been quite mature and level-headed, considering all the stress he's had to deal with his wife's cancer treatment and his brother losing his mind. So I think people appreciate this side of him.
I think people will relate as well to the fact that he wants to bring his son to the game and he wants to pass the mantle down to George.
It's so cute, and you watch them getting all excited. It's very relatable. You're right. He just comes across as very likable. So this is just another.
Yeah, it's one big. We all have that. We all have in our family, a brother who's not very bright, who's lost his mind, and a hot actress who's
We all have
coming
hot
to the-
actresses.
Yeah, you know, we all have like the hot like bartender. We all have, you know, the uncle no one speaks to in Prince Andrew. You have, you know, the awkward cousins. You have the really hot sister-in-law. We all have that. We all have the couple that, you know, the couple that got together.
I want to
when they
meet your
shouldn't
family
have.
now.
No, I think we're all going to come to Christmas at your house. So we've got to move on now. This has been so much fun. There's been so much on this week. So it's been great unpacking it all. And we're going to finish up now with our quick fire questions. So these are, you don't panic, nothing too stressful. Just give me a quick answer to a couple of questions here about news of the week. First of all, we got the King showing off his Italian during his Rome visit. Who do you think is the best royal to travel with?
I think Harry, when he's on form, is great fun. I'm going to pick Harry.
I'm
Okay.
going to choose Anne. I think she'll keep us all on the straight. And she's such a workaholic. I'll be like, where are we going next, Anne? Oh, I have this in my diary right now. We're going here at 11 p.m. And yeah, it should be great.
You want to go on a big working trip?
Exactly.
No,
I'm
you
not
want to
organized. I'm not as organized as her. So she will like.
Learn. Although, have you seen the inside of her house? She's got her house looks like mine does. It's completely
Really?
messy. Yeah, she's
Like a
got
bomb
messy.
site.
Like
Makes
a
me
bomb
feel
site.
better.
It makes me feel a lot better. Yeah.
So, as we've just talked about, Prince William blew everyone away with his secret talent this week, the football commentary. Which royal would you want to watch a game with?
I mean, it's got to be William.
It's got to
hasn't
be
it?
William,
It's
yeah,
gotta be
definitely.
The
William.
photos are always so good from the matches, like when his face is lighting up and you can see it.
The celebration.
That would be
when they got
quite
going.
interesting as well. She'd be, oh, look at what he did there. That's quite interesting.
I'd have some questions for
Yeah,
Catherine.
exactly. Yeah.
Some tea that I might be trying to come away with after that.
Exactly.
And Camilla recycled her wedding outfit in honour of her and Charles's anniversary while she was in Italy. Which royal's wardrobe would you most like to raid?
Oh,
I suspect you might have different answers.
Yeah, I don't think Kate's wardrobe would look that great. I mean, so I'm going to
Really?
go King Charles.
Don't sell
I'm
yourself
gonna go King
short.
Charles. I'd definitely have to have a tailor to make some adjustments, but yeah, the King has some great suits in his wardrobe.
Yeah,
So.
Catherine.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
gotta be.
Well, but maybe the Queen, because I loved her bright colours. She was always very, she was very bold with her colour choices, which I loved. But Catherine has had some stunners as well, the gold outfit, the red, and she's had some moments.
And lastly, Meghan, as we've discussed, has just launched her podcast. If you could have her interview anyone at all on it, who would it be?
I'm going to double down on my comment that she needs to sit across the table from people who disagree with her, and so I'm going to say Donald Trump.
Oh, you took mine.
I thought you were going to say Catherine.
Well, I would love to see that.
Okay, I'm going to go second Putin. And she's like, why you do this? Why you take your husband from family?
You're trying to
You
bring
marry
back to
Prince,
like-
you turn him to frog.
You're trying to bring the psychopath podcast.
Well,
back to life,
exactly.
aren't you?
Well, you know when Harry wanted to pitch ideas to
Yeah.
that person that called him what is it grifter?
Simmons.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And one of his ideas was to interview leading men like Elon
And
Musk
ask
and
them
Donald
where it
Trump
all
and
went
people-
wrong?
Yeah,
exactly.
ask them how
Who
they became
hurt them?
psychopaths.
Who hurt them? As if like these men, like, they just live in a completely
Just
different
always
world.
imagine the poor producer who would have had to send that pitch email
Oh,
to
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
the PA of all these people. Anyway, wonderful discussion this week. It has been so great to have you on. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
That's all we have time for on this week's Royal Exclusive. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments as we do read them. And don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss an episode. See you next week.